All right, let's dive into some altcoins today. And of course, everybody's been asking for us to do a little bit of a portfolio analysis and maybe take a look at some opportunities out there within the market. You don't want to miss it. My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back into Tech Path. Before we get started, I do want to thank our sponsor today, and that is Margex. Take a look at their website. This is a great place to, maybe if you're brand new to trading and you want to get into something like this in terms of derivatives, this is a great spot to check out. One of the things you can do is there's no KYC, so you can use that here from the US as well as other countries out there. The other thing that Margex does that's kind of unique is that if you're brand new to trading, this is a great guide in how to actually go in and start using their platform. And of course, one of the things you can do when you're using our discount code, you're going to get some benefits to that, but you're also going to get an opportunity to get some extended benefits by going in once you sign up. Click that wallet right there, or the referral, or actually the wallet, and drop in with your promo code right there. That's where you'll put that PBN20 in there, and you'll create yourself some more benefits. So make sure and deposit over there. You get $100 by receiving into the platform. So very easy to check out. All right, let's go into a couple of points I want to get into today. One of the things I want to take a look at, let me kind of zoom in on fear and greed right there. And this is one that we looked at yesterday. The reason I want to show it again is this the bottom? Have we started to actually retrace slightly off the bottom here where we saw that 47 all the way down to what was a 31, now hovering at around 34. And that's as of noon on the 5th. So is this the bottom of the market? And if it is, ours is, or could this be also a bear trap? There's many things that would play into this. So the key here is to take a look at some tokens that might be having a very key thing happening over the next 60 days. Because if you look at just market in general, you're going to need something that is a driver. So that's what we're going to do, is run that down today, give you guys a full rundown on all these different tokens out there. All right, so I want to jump to the CEO of Binance, Richard Tang. He puts a statement out amid the macroeconomic climate and yesterday's market downturn. They recorded a net inflow of 1.2 billion in the past 24. So this tells us, if that is in fact the case, that we could be seeing a lot of people coming in and saying, hey, I think I'm going to buy or at least reposition into some assets. So that's a big deal, I think, when you look at just what's been happening in the market, especially in crypto over the past little bit. All right, so another thing, as we get into some of the gaming tokens, Gamescom is happening. This is kind of the event that will take over kind of for that E3 moment in time. And I think the scenario here is going to be that we'll see a lot more Web3 representation. So that's a big deal. That's happening on August 25th, so 21st through 25th. So that in itself also probably going to get some announcements from several different projects out there. One of those, of course, is Star Atlas, unlocking their whole program around crew packs. We've talked about this before many times. We're going to try to get Michael Wagner on the show talking about kind of the future of where Atlas is going. And I think this is one that could be on the move. So this is one of our picks. And for many reasons, as you guys know, a Solana project, and also just the tie-in of what they're doing. One of the, I still think, one of the best ideas around Web3 gaming that's out there. Other things that are happening right here is their Impact event, which is happening during the summit, which is in Singapore. I think this is at the same time that the Token 2049 is happening. So we could see a lot of things announced there at that event as well. All right, so this is part of the FTX scenario. And this, of course, has been dumping a tremendous amount of Atlas onto the market, as you can see right there, all the way back into April of last year. And then it has slowly started to wane, and it's getting down to where it's almost non-existent. This could have a very good impact, again, for the token itself, just in the reference of where the market currently stands. And if you look at the charts, you can kind of see what I'm talking about on Atlas as a whole. And some of these I'll take a look at here in a minute. The other thing breaking is expect another 70 million Atlas and 1 million Polis left for FTX Liquidator's wallet yesterday. This brings the remaining balances down to 129.5 million and about 7.32 million Polis. So at this pace, all this is going to happen and be wrapped up around the 15th of August. So another key thing, 15th of August. Big opportunity here for Atlas. All right, so the other thing to kind of keep an eye on is Solana Breakpoint. This will be going on at the same time that Atlas is doing their event. What unfolds at Breakpoint 2024 will be nothing short of extraordinary. That coming in from Michael Wagner over at Star Atlas, their CEO. So good news there potentially. You look at other projects out there. This, of course, is Blocklords, and what we've seen in terms of daily game play transactions starting to climb. This is another project that we've been looking at, and one that could be on the cusp of a breakout. A couple of things to take a look at here. If you look at CoinMarketCap, you can see a little bit here on the all-time. Maybe this is at its position to where now is an opportunity. And understand that this right here, market cap and also volume, which is about the same. So you can kind of see the demand there. And if you look at some other projects that are similar, here's Mavia, which hit in at around 150,000 users right there, active users right there. And if you look at Mavia, also trading in on market cap at around 44 million. So does that have an opportunity, meaning Blocklords, to have a similar trajectory than what Mavia has put in place? So Mavia, another project that we're going to be looking at, and we'll be showing a little bit about what we think maybe some of these tokens are going to do. Matter of fact, let me jump to that slide real quick, just so you guys can get a little bit of a peek on this. But Atlas Polis, we think that potentially has around an 8x gain, potentially. Blocklords, Myth, around a 1 to 4, and then Beam, SWE, and Affyn, and Over could start to go in. SWE would be the only one that I think is a little bit lower. We'll talk about this and get into a little bit more detail within it. One of the things, though, to kind of keep an eye on, and I think this is one that we have to kind of look at overall, is Mythos. And of course, Mythos is involved in a lot of different projects out there. By the way, one of the things that we did do a breakdown on is Polkadot, which is obviously Mythos is on. Go back and check that video out. It's a full breakdown of what we did with Polkadot in reference to a full rundown of what was going on within their project. So we just did that not too long ago. So search the video out. You guys can find a little bit more about that. One other thing to take a look at here with Mythos, of course, NFL Rivals, writing within that platform is launching. Year 2 commences on August 8th, kind of zooming in right there. This is all tied into the NFL launch, which of course, football season lining up. This will be really kind of our first real chance to see Mythos in action. I think this will be another potential of driving that token as well. So just be on the lookout for all these kind of moves. All right, so one other thing here is Beam, and they will be joining Gamescom. This is the first Web3 blockchain that'll be over at Gamescom. So this could be a big deal for them as well. There could be some big announcements, and of course, I'm going to be watching that one very, very closely. They talk about it right here, that they are going into the venue. They don't really sneak anything in about what they're going to be talking or showing. So that's the thing I'm going to be watching their X feed on to get into more detail. All right, so let's jump over to Flow real quick. Crescendo Network upgrade is happening in September. This will be another one. This is the 4th of September, 5 a.m. Pacific time out there. A couple of points they hit on right here is that the network upgrade will happen, marks a major milestone. This is going to be complete EVM equivalence, which is set to seamlessly integrate the entire Web3 ecosystem. So we could see a little bit of movement on Flow. This is another one we're going to be looking at for sure. Let's go into SWE. A couple of things that I think a lot of people are sleeping on here. We've talked about and showed this a couple of times on our channel, and that is the gaming device that SWE is coming up with, which is SWE Play. This could be a sleeper. And if you think about the success of what Solana Mobile had with the Saga, could this be kind of the same thing? Could we start to see a little bit more activity? Remember, Solana, most likely, we could see a lot of announcements at Breakpoint, which means maybe we get something out on Saga 2, which would be interesting if it was a gaming device, but that's just kind of wishing. The other thing to watch right here, also in this time frame, is Meta, and I'll zoom in on that. September the 25th and 6th, right there, happening, which is Connect 2024. This could have some other big announcements also tied into blockchain, so be on the look for some of these. So as you can see, this is a very busy next 2 months as we start to see a lot of potentials. Now, who could be a potential here? Well, one, especially when you think about spatial computing, could be Over the Reality, which is Over. They released their new app. A couple of things there, AR/VR layer support. We've already seen them tie into it, but if you look at just the release that they're talking about, and this is something we've done full videos on. If you guys want to go back and check that out, search OVR on our show, and you'll be able to kind of get a little bit more insight to what's happening on Over. You look at Map to Earn, their completed scans right now continuing to climb. So This to me is a very, very interesting token, one that could be a big winner here in the long run. If you look at what we showed earlier, over, we think possibly maybe a 5x potentially here on our chart for gaming. Solana Mobile, of course, will show a little bit more, and Jupe, etc. One of the big one is Affyn. This was a video we did. We've done a couple of Affyn videos. Go back and check them out. If you're brand new, maybe you don't know who this project is. They've got a couple of big releases that could be happening here on August 14th. This coming from Lucas Lee, their CEO. Could be some AI elements. Of course, we'll see maybe some things around merchant services and their big metaverse world. So there's a lot that could be applied to the future of Affyn. Could start to move this token again in a good spot. I've got a clip here that'll go into a little bit more in detail. Let's go to that clip.
So this is an example of how we utilize AI to read the required data from a receipt. And as you can see, we have a receipt from today from Holin. And so, scan it and then submit. So the process is quick, and within seconds, right, you'll be able to see the results already. So it's pending, just need to refresh it. Bam! You can see Suntec City Mall, Holin, and you plus 5 points already. Alright, so I scan this thing and then submit. Boom! Sukiya failed. Why? Because it's a few days old. We ensure in collecting the most updated data and share this to the merchants.
So one of the things that they're doing there, of course, is the integration into merchant activity, meaning you are going to earn points for spending. So I think we'll see more projects that could go in this direction. The fact that Affyn has tied this already in and possibly doing a launch with this, especially in Asia, there could be some huge implications going forward with Affyn. And this is one that we've been on the watch for quite some time. We still like this project. I still like the technology. I like the founder. I definitely like the team over there of what they're trying to do, and it's innovative, and that's the key here with a lot of these kinds of projects, is going in and staying innovative, especially in times like this, because this is when you're going to start to see these last moves during this bull run. So do not sleep on some of these projects. If you like this video, make sure and like and subscribe to the channel, and check out the next video right here.